Good morning and welcome back to another video of Java programming language. From today we will start the web programming using Java. So before discussing the tools uh, required for developing a web page or websites, let me first discuss with you the client server architecture. This I have already discussed in the previous video also. In client server architecture, basically the client or web browser sends a request for some web page. That request goes to the web server, then web server process that request. If it is the static page, then it sends the page to the client. If it requires some computation, then web server performs some computation with the help of some helper application. I will explain you later what is the meaning of helper application here. If it needs some data, then with the help of helper application it fetches data from the data server and prepare the page and sends to the client. It is like when you go to the hotel and place the order, then waiter takes the order and it gets your dish prepared and then serve you. It works like that. So if you want to develop a web page or website using Java, we mainly require these things: HTML, the knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Servlet, JSP. So let us discuss them one by one. HTML is basically hypertext markup language. It is a tag-based language which is used to develop the static web page. It is a designing language and it cannot be used to perform some computation. Like we cannot do 2 plus 2 in using HTML. We cannot establish database connection using HTML. It is simply a designing language and we cannot do any type of programming using HTML. So it can only be used to develop a static web page, only for static web page, right? Then comes the CSS. CSS stands for cascading style sheets. It is used to add some style to the HTML page so that it looks good, it looks nice. Then comes the JavaScript. JavaScript is basically was basically previously known as LiveScript. The name is later changed by the Netscape to the JavaScript. Its syntax is completely different from the Java, so don't get confused with this name JavaScript. The syntax of JavaScript is completely different from the Java, right? So JavaScript is basically used to add some behavior to the static pages. JavaScript is a programming language and it can be used for the client-side validation of the form. It can also be used for some event handling, like we can add some behavior like when we press some button, then what should happen. That type of things we can perform using JavaScript. Nowadays it is available in many variants like Angular JavaScript, Node JavaScript. So using them we can develop a full website, but here we are talking about the basic JavaScript, right? And then comes the Servlet and JSP. Basically both Servlet and JSP are used for the same thing, and ultimately if you are creating some JSP, then it is ultimately converted into the Servlet. So we can use both Servlet and JSP interchangeably, right? So recall when I was explaining you the client server model, I was talking about some helper application. So in case of Java, these Servlet and JSP serve as the helper application. Now what is the role of helper application? See, if client sends some request for the dynamic page, which suppose needs addition of two numbers, and it sends those numbers through a HTML form. Then can a web server do that? It cannot do that, right? It needs some helper application. By helper application means it needs some application that can through which we can do some programming and can return the result. So in case of Java, this servlet and JSP can serve as a helper application, right? So using servlet and JSP, we can develop the dynamic web page. So if we further define the servlet, so servlet is simply Java class which is used to extend the capability of a web server. What is the meaning of extending the capability? Because before without the help of servlet, it can serve only static pages. In that case, it will be function as a file server, like it requests for some page, static page, and it simply returns that page. It does not perform anything on their own. For doing some computation, it needs helper application, and in case of Java, servlet and JSP can be used as a helper application. So this is the elements which one must know in order to develop a good website using Java, right? So so if I further define the servlet more formally, Java servlets are simply Java classes which are used for extending the functionality of web server. I have already explained how it extends the capability of web server. If we do not use servlet, the web server can only serve the static web pages, and if we use servlet, it can then serve the dynamic web pages also, right? So before servlets, actually CGI programs were used. So servlets function like CGI programs. In the next video, we'll basically compare the servlets with the CGI, why we replace the CGI with the servlet. We'll discuss that. So this is servlet, and there is one more term which is used with the servlet, that is servlet container. So basically servlet container is this servlet engine, or we can also say it is the application server. The example of servlet container is Apache Tomcat, Glassfish server. It is the servlet container is responsible for loading the servlet. All the servlets are loaded by the servlet container only. Servlet container controls the life cycle of servlet. It is responsible for loading the servlet and then running the servlet. Basically, servlet does not contain the main method. It follows a life cycle. So, and servlet container is responsible for running the servlet life cycle methods. Also, if we compare the Java applications and Java web applications, then Java applications are Vora application, that is write once run anywhere type of applications, and the Java web applications are known as Voda application, that is write once and deploy anywhere type of applications. So I think that is all for today. In the next video, we will discuss about the CGI and some more terms related to the servlet. So goodbye for now. Thank you.